Welcome to the Very Able Show. Episode 10. What we usually do is I talk about technologies that affect virtually every single person on this planet. If it doesn't affect every single person on this planet, I usually don't talk about it. With that said, I came across a technology a couple of weeks ago actually, called WebGL. The technology is called WebGL. Uh, it's created by the Cronus Consortium Group. WebGL is created by the Cronus Consortium Group. Um, and this group, the Cronus Group, is consisted of media companies like ATI, NVIDIA, Intel, Sun Microsystems, and a couple other more. So these companies banded together in 2000 and created the Cronus Consortium Group. And the Cronus Consortium Group created a technology called WebGL. What WebGL does, it allows 3D rendering on the web. See, in the past, in order to get 3D objects rendered, video games, 3D, all that, you have to install, download. Usually it's a huge CD, huge DVD of just, huge files, and you have to install stuff on your physical computer. And the way it works is it uses this thing called OpenGL. Your games use OpenGL to communicate with the video card or graphics card on the computer. Well, now WebGL, which is created by the Cronus Consortium Group, the Cronus Consortium Group created WebGL, which allows your website to communicate with your video graphics card. And now what that means is that you don't have to play cheesy online games. Your online games can be a full-fledged, cinematic, scenic, actual, factual, crazy, absolute experience. It's an absolute gaming experience. You can now render anti-aliasing in your web browser through WebGL using JavaScript and HTML5. You can also render anastrophic filters, which means smoothing of the walls and the actual objects that are rendered. So now your actual objects that are rendered in your video games in your web browser are now of actual crazy 3D amazingness. I can't even find the word to describe how incredible this technology is. And I would be 10 times more excited, but I've been working past 14, 15 hours straight. So I'm a bit tired. But take my word for it. This is a very exciting technology that in my opinion, will revolutionize mankind and mankind's usage of the internet. This technology has taken ginormous milestone leaps since the early days of the internet. This is a huge milestone for the evolution of the internet. Never before, never in the past can your web browser render true 3D through your GPU or your graphics card, your video graphics card. Now your games on the website, on the web application, on the web page, in your web browser can now render real 3D objects. They're real physical, actual 3D objects. It's not illusions made by cheesy graphic flash things. That's cheesy. So Java applets, if you've played Yahoo games online, you know how cheesy and corny the graphics are. I mean, can you just compare the graphics of Yahoo games with the graphics of the Xbox 360? There's no comparison. And here's why. The internet is taking a evolutionary step in human progression. Never before have you seen such a remarkable technological advancement as WebGL. WebGL allows for users to get the full, rich gaming experience with 3D renders, WebGL, and actually we have demos of WebGL, and HTML5 and JavaScript and a whole host of things on our website, on our blog. All you have to do is go to variable8.com/blog. It's 3D. It's actually, there's a link, 3D Tetris. Tetris, in the past, 2D blocks falling, but now it's not just 3D blocks. It's circular 3D. So there's actually dimension to Tetris. So just think of a hyper cylinder, like a hypercube, except it's a hyper cylinder. So blocks are falling down on this hyper cylinder, and it's all rendered in actual physical coded 3D. There is an X, Y, and Z axis to the programming, to the underlying program technology behind it. There is a Z axis to give it that additional dimension that the web has never seen before. Since the web has been born, it's never seen actual 3D until now with WebGL. And you can check it out by going to variable8.com/blog. That's the word variable, the number 8.com/blog. What you want to do once you get there is find the episode 10, which is this episode right now. Episode 10, and there will be a link. You can play 3D Tetris. 3D Tetris. No downloads, no pay. You don't have to pay. It's absolutely free. You don't have to fill out any forms. It's easy. It's free. It's hassle free. And it's 3D. It's 3D rendered right in your browser. It's fast. It's efficient. You've never seen anything like this ever. It's a new thing on the internet. You have to check it out. Variable8.com/blog, episode 10. Again, the URL is variable, the word variable, the number 8.com/blog, and we have a whole. Actually, we have more resources that showcasing WebGL, which is now taking 3D rendering, 3D modeling, 3D object creation on the computer. That whole CGI, 3D Studio Max, all that stuff is now taken and placed on the web. The web is now 3D. The internet is now 3-dimensional. Never in history has the web been 3D. Now the web is 3D. The internet is 3D. And you can get a glimpse of the 3D internet at variable8.com/blog. The word variable, the number 8.com/blog. Find episode 10, and you can see the internet in 3D like you've never seen it before, because you haven't. So definitely check it out, variable8.com/blog.